What's up, Abby? I just wanted to send you a video to kind of show you just a few things when you're setting up ProPresenter because I couldn't meet with you today. So I'm about to leave on vacation, and I do want to make sure next week I won't be here to make sure everything's right. So I just want to show you a few things that probably help you set everything up correctly. So it looks pretty good. You had a sermon notes and stuff in there that worked really well. Just a couple of things that could have been a little bit better. And so one thing is when you get done with setting your service up, make sure you start at the beginning and just click through every lighting cue you have and think at where you are during the service to see if it looks like. So for example, I clicked back at the pre-service settings, so everything's how it's going to be. And then your next lighting cue is going to be your countdown. So click on it. Stand up so we can kind of see what's going on. So you turned on a white light, which is good. And then when you click on the call to worship part, notice that now the stage lights have turned off. So you probably didn't want that. You had a white cue on here. On this, you had a white cue on the countdown, and you had a white cue on the call to worship. So a white light cue. So what you actually need to do is just remove this white cue right here. And I already kind of been messing with it, so I know which one it is. It's this one right here. And that way it's going to keep that white light on during the call to worship. And the next thing was make sure whenever you add these songs, all the backgrounds and the lights looked very good for the songs. Turned on the teal color. Make sure you're putting them into the normal view right here. So basically, whenever Zach or whoever is running ProPresenter, they want the song as close to an order, in correct order as possible. And the way I brought this up was I went over here to this little, this button right here. And it opens up the arrangement right here. And you'll make sure it's not in the master arrangement, it's in the normal arrangement for each song. So I went ahead and did that for each of the songs. Everything looked good. You pulled down the overhead lights. Where'd they come down? Okay. Make sure you add a worship cue. We normally do that on verse 2. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. That's going to pull the lights all the way down to make it a little darker in here. Q2. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm going to skip the rest of the worship because it was fine. Just make sure all the songs are the normal. We don't need this bumper. I went ahead and left it in there in the plan because we always want to plan for that 30 seconds there. But I would just go ahead and whenever you add those in, don't put the bumper in. For right now, I can just unlink it. So it's just gone. So that way our ProPresenter person isn't confused. This looked great. The sermon was great. Sermon notes are good. And the next thing is I normally have a transition here called the sermon closing and prayer. And it's okay if you don't have that there. You just need something to pull the lights down correctly. Wow. We just had a power outage. That's bizarre. Basically, I'll just kind of go through. You just won't be able to see what's going on for just a second here. Right here, you're going to need to pull the overhead lights down. So this is a 20. That's probably a color. Yeah, that's gonna, you change the color here, but we want the lights down during invitation. So you can either add a sermon closing and prayer between these two items, and just pull the house lights down, but you want to turn on, when you turn on our worship, and you want to turn on our head spotlights again. So I'm gonna go in here, add the spots. That's number 16. I can't see because it's all jacked up. There we go. And I'm also gonna add a worship setting. It's number 2 again. So that's going to pull the house lights back down. And then the other thing is, again, this one's not in the normal view. I hadn't done that yet. So you click the button there, put it into normal.
What'd you do?
And then last thing is make sure you add this offering and announcements. Hey, your dad is here. I'm sending your daughter a video of just a few things she missed because she's can't meet with me right now. Go ahead and add the announcement portion right here so that they have the lighting cues. So Command F, offering. We had some sort of power outage. I can't see. There we go. There's an announcements and offering right there. Throw it in. So now you've got our lighting cues for announcements, and that's really it. So basically, if you will go through from from beginning all the way to the end of the service, you'll notice whenever something doesn't look right, and then you can go through and try to figure out what that is. But very good job. Everything was set up pretty much correctly, and you put the sermon in, which is awesome. So that's it, Abby. Thanks.